Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Daughters of Hadessah. Today, let's have a little conversation about when you're gifted and talented, how people will hate you. Yes, people will look at you and they will not see what you see. People will talk about you, they will mock you, they will look down at you. They will say, who does she think she is? Or who do he think he is? Shout out to the young men who are also subscribed and following my channel. Thank you. But people don't see in you what you know is in you. But do you know that it does not matter what somebody else is able to see? Do you know that it does not matter what somebody else thinks about you? Do you know that people cannot stop you or block you from the greatness that is within you? They may hinder you. They may hold you up and hold you back for a while. But when God get ready for that gift, for that talent to come forth, baby, it's coming forth full force. Nobody can stop the plan that God has for your life. Only you. And dreams and callings does not have to be ministry oriented. A calling to preach, a calling to sing, a calling to act, a calling to dance are all callings. God called Denzel Washington to the big screen to be a big movie star, to play his part as an actor. Now he gives God the glory, even though sometimes he has to use language that is not Christian-like. But it doesn't mean that he's not called to be there. Fantasia has a beautiful voice to sing, and it's not just gospel music. Wherever she puts her voice, it prospers. But she's still a child of God, anointed, powerful, and blessed to sing. What about you? You have gifts. You have callings upon your life. Angel, you are called to act. And God has purposed and ordained for you to become a great actor one day. You are already preparing. You are already an actor. But as you grow and hone and work on and invest in your gift, you shall become an even greater actor, singer, performer. Whatever God has gifted and called you to do, my sisters and my brothers, you are the only person who can stop you from doing it. Nobody can't tell you who you are except your creator. And when you know that you are created and this is God's plan for your life, how dare you allow anybody's opinion or thought of you to stop you from becoming who you know you are called to be? Who are they to tell you who you can and cannot be, what you can and cannot do, who you are and are not? And why is it so important to you to value somebody else's opinion of you when you are the only person who know what's in the inside of you? You and God. He created you with a purpose. He put that seed, that thing down inside of you for you to cultivate and do I don't care who don't believe in you. I don't care who don't see in you what you see. I don't care who don't see the dream, don't see the vision, don't see how it's going to come to pass. If God's hand is on it, nobody can stop it. Nobody can block it. Nobody can move it. They may hinder it and put a stumbling block before it, but they can't stop it. Because when God get ready to bring that thing to pass, to call you to the big stage, to call you to the movie screen, to call you to sing, to call you to preach, to call you to dance, to call you to produce, to call you to promotion, whatever it may be, people cannot stop what God says shall be. Being gifted comes with being overlooked sometimes, being rejected, being abandoned by friends. Being gifted, talented, creative comes with much warfare. But you're strong enough to handle it because God put that greatness down on the inside of you. And it's not meant for depression, suicide, fear, or anything else to stop you from being great. Only you can stop you. You can't die until God's plan and purpose comes forth through you. So why be fearful? You're going to do it anyway. Nobody can hurt you and harm you when God's hand is on you. There's a plan and a purpose for your life. If you know the why to that thing that you do, you know why you want to do that thing, why you have to do that thing, nobody can stop you. You've invested in you. You've studied your gift. Nobody can stop you but you. There's a story in the Bible about a gentleman named Joseph. And you probably already know the story. It's in the book of Genesis about Joseph. He had 10 brothers. He had a coat of many colors. His father favored him. Joseph was a dreamer. He had a gift of dreaming. He could dream and he could interpret dreams. And he would dream that his siblings, his mother and his father, and that his 10 big older siblings were going to bow down to him. Joseph, being this dreamer with big dreams, told his brothers. His brothers did not like the fact that he was already the father's favorite. And they also did not like the fact that he was dreaming that they were going to bow down to him. So Joseph's brothers decided to do something about it, get rid of Joseph. So they took Joseph, threw him into a pit, took his coat of many colors, dipped it in goat's blood, took it back to his father, told his father that he was dead, sold Joseph off. After Joseph was sold off, he was purchased by Potiphar, ended up in Potiphar's house. Joseph the dreamer, Potiphar's wife, told Potiphar, because she was attracted to Joseph, that Joseph tried to seduce her when Joseph rejected her advances. So Potiphar put Joseph in jail. Now Joseph the dreamer, all he did was dream and had favor with his father. But he was put into a pit. He was sold as a slave. Then he was put into jail. And while he was in jail, he met 2 gentlemen from the palace, the cupbearer and the baker. The both of them had dreams. Joseph interpreted the dreams. One of them would return to the palace. The other would be executed. And as sure as he interpreted their dreams that they had, one was returned to the palace and the other was executed. To make a long story short, Potiphar ended up having a dream. Now, the one that returned, I believe it was the cupbearer, returned to the house because the baker was executed. Forgot about Joseph for 2 long years after having this dream until Potiphar has a dream. Potiphar has a dream. Now, the cupbearer goes, oh yeah, I remember this guy, Joseph, the one that you have locked up in prison. He interprets dreams. Now Potiphar forgot all about the dream, didn't even remember what the dream was. So Joseph not only had to interpret the dream, he had to tell Potiphar what the dream was. So to make a long story short from that, Joseph ends up becoming Potiphar's right-hand man. When he becomes his right-hand man, because there was a famine in the land, so Joseph's brothers had to come down to Egypt, where Joseph ended up, and bow down to him just like he dreamt, in order to get fed and get food for the mother and the father and a younger brother that Joseph now had. Now the dream came to pass anyway. The dream that God ordained came to pass anyway. That's just like your life. It doesn't matter how many years or how long it takes. If this is the plan, if this is the call, if this is the purpose that God has on your life, the dream will come to pass. It doesn't matter how long. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you make. Joseph ran his mouth. That was a mistake. Telling his siblings what it is that they would do, and that his father had favor on him. He ran around in that coat of many colors, probably taunting his brothers. Those were mistakes that he made. But no matter what the mistakes were, no matter how long it took him to be there. You know, people say that it took Joseph 12 years to get to the place where he was out of the pit, out of the prison. For his dream still came to pass, because God's plan was on that dream. So I encourage you, my sisters, my brothers, hold on to your dream. Hold on to your purpose. Hold on to the plan that God has for you. Think big. Be creative. Hone your skill. Perfect it. Learn all you can learn. Know all you can know, so that when you get there, nobody can hinder, stop, or block you from progressing in the thing that you are gifted and called to do. Joseph made it to where his siblings had to bow down to him. You can make it to where your dream will also be fulfilled. You don't have to be spiteful to the people who didn't believe in you. It's not their job to believe in you. It's your job to believe in you. It's your job to do the work. It's your job to work on you. It's your job to know what's inside of you. It's not to be revengeful or anything of that nature. When you get to your place, Joseph with his brothers, he honored his brothers. He loved his brothers. He told his brothers, what you meant for evil, God made good out of it. So even when you get to the place of greatness, you have to remember, people do what they do because they can't see what you see, and they don't know what you know. But you know who you are. You know what's inside of you. You know what you're called to do. So you can't hold it against people to believe in you and to believe where you're going when they can't see what you see. You continue to work on you, believe in you, and know that there is greatness in you. Dream big, and become. Have a blessed day.